Imagine a world where time can slow down, where gravity can bend light, and where the entire universe works like a mysterious puzzle waiting to be solved. Now imagine one man, quiet, messy-haired, shy, and often misunderstood, who stepped into this puzzling world and changed everything forever. This is the story of Albert Einstein, the man whose ideas reshaped science, technology, space, time, and even our imagination. But Einstein's life was not just formulas, theories, and genius. It was filled with struggle, loneliness, failure, heartbreak, rebellion, and an unstoppable desire to know the truth. Today, you will discover his complete journey, from a silent child to the most famous scientist in history. Albert Einstein was born on March 14, 1879, in the city of Ulm, in Germany. Many people believe that Einstein was born a genius, but the truth is surprisingly different. As a child, Einstein spoke very late. His parents even thought something might be wrong with him because he didn't say full sentences until he was almost 4 years old. He preferred to sit quietly, observing everything around him. He didn't like noise, big crowds, or strict rules. But inside his mind, a storm of curiosity was growing. Einstein was fascinated by simple things, especially a magnetic compass that his father gave him when he was 5. The needle pointing in one direction made him wonder, what invisible force is controlling this? This small moment lit a fire inside him. He wanted to understand how the world truly worked. While other children memorized lessons, Einstein wanted to know why things happened. Einstein's school years were difficult. The German education system was very strict, and teachers wanted students to obey without asking questions. But Einstein was different. He questioned everything. He refused to learn by force, and he disliked teachers who behaved like commanders. One teacher even told him, "You will never amount to anything." But Einstein wasn't lazy, he was simply bored. He loved mathematics and physics deeply and taught himself advanced topics before most students even reached that level. At age 12, he discovered a book on geometry and studied it so passionately that he completed an entire year's syllabus in days. Despite his brilliance, he failed the entrance exam to the Polytechnic school in Zurich on his first attempt. But instead of giving up, he tried again a year later and passed. This moment taught him one of the most important lessons in life: failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of the journey. In Zurich, Einstein finally found freedom. He met open-minded professors, foreign students, and thinkers who loved ideas just like he did. He began to develop his unique style: uncombed hair, simple clothes, soft-spoken personality, and a warm smile. He was friendly, but deeply lost in thought most of the time. He fell in love with a brilliant young woman named Mileva Maric, a fellow physics student. They spent long evenings discussing science, mathematics, and dreams of the future. Their love was deep, intellectual, and emotional. Later, they married and had 2 sons. But life wasn't easy. After graduating, Einstein couldn't find a teaching job. No university wanted him, and many professors did not support him. For a time, Einstein felt hopeless. He had a wife, a baby, and no job. Eventually, Einstein found work as a clerk at the Swiss patent office. He examined inventions and checked if they were original. The pay was low, and the job was simple. But this job became the birthplace of genius. The patent office gave Einstein something he needed desperately: free time to think. During lunch breaks or quiet evenings, he wrote equations and ideas on scraps of paper. He began to develop theories that challenged everything scientists believed at that time. He imagined riding alongside a beam of light. He visualized the universe like a story inside his mind. These thought experiments became the foundation of modern physics. In 1905, Einstein published 4 papers that shook the entire scientific community. This year is known as his Annus Mirabilis, or Miracle Year. 1. The photoelectric effect. This paper explained how light behaves both as a wave and a particle. It opened the door to quantum mechanics and won Einstein the Nobel Prize years later. 2. Brownian motion. He proved that atoms and molecules exist, something that was still debated at the time. 3. Special theory of relativity. In this paper, Einstein introduced the groundbreaking idea that time and space are not fixed, they bend and stretch depending on speed. 4. E equals mc squared. His famous equation showed that mass can turn into energy, a concept that shaped nuclear power, atomic bombs, and modern physics. Einstein went from an unknown patent officer to a rising scientific star. Einstein's fame exploded in 1919, when British astronomers confirmed his prediction that gravity bends light. Newspapers called him a genius. His name appeared worldwide. His messy hair, kind face, and playful personality became symbols of brilliance. Einstein became a celebrity, but he stayed humble. He walked everywhere, rarely combed his hair, and didn't care about fancy clothes. Before lectures, he often forgot to wear socks, joking, "Why wear socks when shoes already protect your feet?" He enjoyed music, especially the violin, and believed music helped him think more clearly. Einstein's life was not perfect. His marriage with Mileva struggled due to his busy life, growing fame, and constant scientific work. They divorced in 1919. He then married his cousin, Elsa Einstein, who cared for him deeply. Einstein often felt lonely despite his fame. He spent long hours lost in thought, sometimes forgetting meals or appointments. His emotions were complicated. He loved people but also valued his independence. Many letters later revealed his emotional struggles and relationships outside marriage. His life was human, imperfect, and filled with the same challenges all people face. As Einstein became a global icon, the political situation in Germany worsened. Adolf Hitler and the Nazis rose to power, spreading hatred and targeting Jews, including Einstein. His home was raided. His name appeared on Nazi hit lists. Posters said, "Not yet hanged." Einstein realized he could not return to Germany. In 1933, he moved permanently to the United States, accepting a position at the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton. Einstein said goodbye to Germany forever. In the US, Einstein continued developing theories, teaching, and writing. He supported civil rights, opposed racism, and spoke for peace. His gentle nature and wisdom made him a voice for humanity. But World War II brought a dark twist. In 1939, fearing that the Nazis might build an atomic bomb, Einstein signed a letter to President Franklin Roosevelt urging research into nuclear fission. This letter eventually contributed to the creation of the Manhattan Project, the program that developed the first atomic bombs. Einstein later regretted his involvement deeply. He spent the rest of his life speaking against war, violence, and nuclear weapons. Even in old age, Einstein worked tirelessly. His white hair grew wilder, his eyes kinder, and his thoughts deeper. He spent years trying to create a unified field theory, a single theory that explains the entire universe. Although he never completed it, his work inspired modern scientists who are still searching for the same answer. Einstein rejected offers to become the president of Israel, saying he lacked the natural talent for dealing with people and politics. He preferred quiet moments at Princeton, walking slowly, greeting children, enjoying simple meals, and thinking endlessly. On April 18, 1955, Albert Einstein died at the age of 76 after suffering an abdominal aortic aneurysm. Even on the day of his death, he was working on equations in his hospital bed. He left behind a legacy greater than any scientist before him. Einstein did not want fame, statues, or monuments. He wanted people to think, question, learn, and never accept ignorance. His ashes were scattered secretly to prevent idol worship. But his ideas continue to shape every corner of the modern world, from smartphones to GPS, from quantum physics to nuclear energy, from space travel to scientific imagination. He rarely combed his hair. He disliked socks. He loved sailing but couldn't swim. He played violin passionately. He walked slowly, deep in thought. He valued imagination more than knowledge. He believed kindness was more important than success. His smile was gentle, honest, and full of curiosity. Einstein showed the world that genius is not only about intelligence, it is about curiosity, passion, and courage to think differently. Albert Einstein changed science forever. His theories transformed astrophysics, quantum mechanics, cosmology, nuclear science, technology, philosophy, human understanding of space and time. Today, every scientific discovery stands on the foundation he built. If you enjoyed this complete and inspiring life story of Albert Einstein, Then make sure you like, share, and subscribe to stay connected with more amazing biographies and historical journeys. This is Celebrity History CHV, bringing you the stories behind the world's greatest icons. See you in the next video.